Hello?
Go, Mike.
Oh, okay. All right. Good late morning, everyone. I apologize. It's Michael Venezia on Friday, head trader at Tradeview Markets, OT, Island Trader. I'm going to directly interact with people. Thank you. It's been a long week. Like I said, I feel it's like the fourth day of a golf tournament. You know what I mean? As I said in yesterday's video. Before I get into it, was a good decision. You know what? I'll interact. Hold on, OT. I got you. I'll address that too, and I'm also going to address TLT. I'm going to address Roku. I'll address Square. I'll address Apache. I'll address being mixed in the market as the VIX says. A little bit. There's stocks making new highs. There's my screen right here. Let's go. Netflix is making a new high. You know what I mean? Core is a place to run to. Avago's still hanging in there. Some dead cat bounces, but it's not an obliteration. Let's get back to what's going on here. I want to say this, share, keep this here. All right. It's a good week for explanations, a better week for explaining why we're doing things. We were really uh, giving more on-hand trades instead of, I don't want to say giving fundamentals or anything like that. The way I want to handle things, and I've taught really a lot of traders, and I'm very proud of it. Let's be honest with you. Maybe I'm a better teacher than trader right now. It's okay. Whatever. I don't think so. I've never been told that, but I wouldn't mind. I've done what I had to do. Leave it like that. But I've learned more that if the trader asks me a question like, let's give TLT. Asked me, Ocean Island Trader asked me what I'm doing with TLT. He's in the trade, I believe, and I'd rather him tell me what he thinks instead of me saying this is what I'm doing, because it's easier to process to give an opinion and then me tweak that opinion and just instead of giving me a straight answer. Not going to learn that way. You know what I mean? I can tell you how to bait a hook, but until you bait it yourself, you don't quite experience it. So you tell me going forward. You know, we want me to give the direct answer. I'll give the director answer. I just know that the learning curves over time will let you, if you're in the trade and you're tuned into it somehow, you tell me we'll move forward, going forward. So what that's being said, it was one of the weeks streaming a lot of views, probably total 3,000 views this week, including Dale's video. I believe it was Wednesday or Thursday. You know what? It was Tuesday. I was supposed to go on and coach ran a little bit overboard. Good views. Let's get into what's going on here. Get to know us on the YouTube channel, over 5,300 subscribers. It'll teach you what we're about and what we do, so that the process gets to the point where it's like a scrimmage. Go through the videos. You've been in any type of sport. Nobody likes to scrimmage or practice, or some people do. I get it, but you want to get to the game. So this is the scrimmaging. Get to the game, which we're going to do right now. Okay. Let's go to our viewers. TSLL. All right, you know what I mean? TSLL. Let's look at the trade. I'm not the best Tesla trader, and a couple of things come out of that statement. I'm not the best Tesla trader, and I don't have an ego. I don't. I'm not looking. I don't hit a lot of grand slams, but I never strike out with the bases loaded. You know what I mean? So TSLL. Let's look at Tesla at the end, the general entity itself. The people that are tuned into the Tesla trade know what happened. And I did sell a lot of it, TSLL. The majority, what 781, right? TSLL, majority of TSLL, net. I sold 781, 881, 871. That was at 871. Right around here. Fat. Ugh. Anyway, now it's getting tasty. Let's look at the real, forget about the triple ETFs. There's Tesla. What do you do? Now let's look at their board. How the other group doing? Riven's hanging in there. Talking about stocks to run to. Here's Netflix making a new high. Getting into the actual question of the Roku trade. All right, I'm out of 80% of it. The question is, I'm glad you were tuned into the trade. It was a clean trade. So was Square. If you thought, go to yesterday's video, if you thought the market was going to pull back, for those of you that are trying to pick Apple, not into it, you know what I mean? Not for me. For those of you that try, look at the board today. Anything that's bouncing, if you will, is mega. Google, Apple, after being up, whatever, a lot of points. I'd be facetious saying he's only here, right here. Netflix new highs, Google, Microsoft, Apple, after that type of run, it's down 60 cents. It might have pulled back the other day. All right, so it's Shopify had that happen. Nvidia still up. ARM was up a lot more, 162. Avago still. Avago, listen, it's Avago in Nvidia's world, or maybe you say Apple's world, and we're just living at Square. That was a pure short, just like Apache. This paid. Square finished on the low. The low on Square, the stock closed at 62. The low on the day is 61.30. Everybody's getting spoiled with them making 6% moves a day in Apple or Nvidia. I mean, get back to basics, man. These are good trades. Square trades what? How much? Actually, only trades $1 million. What else was a nice trade? Apache. How could you not be short this? Oils. Shit, we talked about it all day yesterday. This is Chevron Daily. All right, it might bounce. Let's get back to the Roku. What do we do in Roku? And we get at it. All right, Roku. Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't think that, listen, the short-term trade, in my opinion, it's over. And Ocean Island Trader had a good point. Maybe I would want, if it gets up to maybe like a 55 strike price or runs, this Friday afternoon, maybe you want to, I wouldn't cover it. I covered 80% of it, like I said, but I just don't wouldn't be. I would the night was last night. You know what I mean? If you didn't have it last night and it paid, it's like betting a horse. If he wins at 50-1 and he comes back and runs the next time at 4-1, they really like him the next time at 4-1. Yes, he might win, but the real trade was when he was 50-1. Last night, Roku was 50-1. That was the trade. So was Apache. I don't know what to do here. You know what? It's that type of day. I mean, they still taking up the stock with like cores. That the reason why everybody likes cores or it's still acting up there, it's taking leaps, 2,026 leaps. I'm not going to say it's going to go completely going straight up, but this is a hot stock and staying hot. It's at 10 right now, probably resting for the day. What's that? What else is hot? NVAX. Everybody liked this on the 21 day yesterday. Avoided disaster on this. Keep asking questions, OT. NVAX. The 21 day. I sold that too when it didn't break. That could have been an issue. A high flyer taking another rest. HP. Let's look what other RNA stock of this is the one. They say it's going to 75. Do your research. If you really want to look at what's going in RNA, go to my Twitter feed and go search RNA, anything like that. You should have better research than that. All right, what else? Let's go to charts because I'm not really going to get into sentiment or options. If you're getting into the end of the quarter and you're getting stocks, you want to talk about a bifurcated market. Let's look at my screen. You're getting where stocks at the end of the quarter, options seem to be drying. I mean, how many more Apple? The reason why these stocks need rest. Apple. The real question now to me, and I think it's looming with a lot, is if you're going to get a full a sell off and sell off and everything, or is it going to be rotation? I feel the latter. General Motors. All right, is it over? General Motors had a run from 42 to 50. That's epic. Trust me, from where I come from, and even these days. So is it over that came to 40? Probably right here. Probably want to buy at 45 strike price, things like that. So these are the stocks that maybe you want to buy on pullbacks. Unless something drastic happens and it goes lower, there are places to run to. Is a GM the sexiest stock out there? No, but it's more emblematic of what you might see in rotation. Is CLSK, calls off the chart. What are the three we've been saying all in TradeGATEHub? Hut, hike, Wolf. What are you going to do with Wolf? Wolf is going to pull back to the gap, probably shake people out to 315 and go again. All right, Wolf. GameStop, Reddit. All right, Reddit. Let's give Reddit another example of a decent trading stock. All right. Stock basically yesterday was 69, now it's 61. Does it mean it's going back? I don't know. You can maybe gauge the good ones. Coach has been on this Amazon short. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even look at it today. He trades this Amazon well, the coach. And you know what? If I know the coach, I'm not gonna put words in his mouth. I'm still learning a little bit more technicals from the coach, but stay tuned. All right, bros, hot stocks are staying hot to a degree. Disney, General Motors, CLH had a bounce yesterday. What is a lot of, you know what? I'm just waiting for one of my little low floaters to pop. Come on, one time. CF Okay, another stock. This is almost like the Roku trade, similar charts. I mean, you short more, you wait for it to bounce a little bit. It's a completely different industry, but it was a similar chart. We mentioned it yesterday. CF, different industry. Planeteer positive. Snowflake. The dogs are positive. It's been getting hurt. The winners are. I don't know. The video is still up there. Couple of statements. RH hurting RH. We had to put one put. Don't like it. You know what RH followed? Home Depot. No, actually, Home Depot is flagging here. Lowe's. Lewis asked about Home Depot and Lowe's yesterday, and it's a very good question. As a matter of fact, I'm looking forward to I have a call with Louis Pinto, who's always on TradeGATEHub, and one of my proteges, for lack of a better term. We work together for almost a decade. Louis is very, very savvy. Not only is he one of our biggest producers of equities, including clients, I have a call right after this with new clients that he signed up, and I'll do it for the same for everybody else. I just want to help the learning curve and people get to trade. And the last thing I want to do is teach. I want to confer. Trust me. Okay. What else we got going on? Let's look at the most active page. I'm not even get the option sweeps. I'll post them all later. Most actives. Let's make sure that our most active page has the decent amount of volume we need. Stock has at least 100,000 volume, but if it doesn't have, I don't want that. It's 11:30 a.m. Eastern. If it doesn't have at least, I'm not going to lie, on a Friday, I want to trade clean. 500,000 shares is 11:30 a.m. I'm not interested. What happened? Look, you know what? Look, there's a hell of a list. NVIDIA, LGV, and GameStop. All the usual. TSLL. Everything we mentioned. AMD. AAL. The airlines are weak today. Coach and I had this talk yesterday on the airlines. How are the crews? Where's that RCL? I knew it was a good time. It's about time. We talked about it on the air yesterday, Coach and I. If AAL is doing AAL, American, Delta got hit today. I'm saying, Coach, how are the airlines, how are these cruise lines holding up if the airlines are getting pounded like this? He goes, well, everybody wants to take cruises, but suppose you live in freaking Minnesota. What are you going to drive to Fort Lauderdale and take a fly somewhere? They're getting hit today. Let's look at a CCL. It's strong until it isn't. A lot of support here, but 15 strike. Let's look at RCL, best of breed. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? Is Tesla going to bounce? All these things. There's a lot of undercurrents. Is Tesla going to bounce at these moving averages and support? Or is the news about the pay package app? Hold on. PSLA. I'm typing like the Schoenfeld days. PSLA. Is it a buy here? Don't know. Okay. Apple. You're going to Apple. You're going to try to short it? You buy it on a pullback? Do we add to more Roku here? I don't know. We start buying some XLE right at the 200-day. Still a very heavily shorted index. GLD is actually over owned. No interest. Go see Dale Pinkert for any GLD situations. All right. You know what I mean? I'm long this RXT. No, not RXT. Of course. AMSC, GLW, Bros, CLSK. How about our, oh, by the way, nice trade in BITF, Mike V. You want to let it run it. BITF. TradeGATEHub yesterday, our first poach. Any OT, you okay? Ham, H? Come on, guys, it's a Friday. Ask whatever you want. My first post yesterday morning. I know you're here, OT. You're passionate. I appreciate that. I know who's on here. People are freaking don't like to speak up, but that's okay. I understand. Taking calls. Yeah, I can. I can. Can I discuss taking calls? The type of calls that I say are a little bit intense. Obviously, intense meaning sometimes you see stocks, they're selling puts meaning the term taking calls means bullish. That means take the longer. Okay, I'll give you a quick rundown. Apple was taking calls. Taking means buying. I should say buying calls. Apple, I'm gonna for now on, because this is an international room, I'll say buying calls. Buying calls naturally is bullish. They were buying calls on Apple's down here, bullish. And coach noted that too. And what you want to see after a move like this in Apple, you want to see them start to buying more calls. That means they like it even further and they're doubling down or tripling down, whatever you may be on the bet. I'm going to start using a better vernacular or cleaner terms, like I said, because it's an international room. So when I say taking calls, buying, my trigger words will be more on point, if you will. So it's either calls are bullish, puts are bearish. That's all I'm going to say for now. If they're selling puts, I'm just going to say bullish call activity in such and such. I'll get more specific, Ocean Island trader. No, I appreciate that. And that's as generic as it comes. But like I said, if you want to go back, and I'm not pontificating with the videos, obviously you want to get to a level, but go back and watch a bunch of the videos because it'll be consistent. Write it down. And I don't want to be the salesman. Believe me, I 99% of my income is derived from trading and whatever executive salary or benefits I get. Sweeps. This just means sweeps. Instead of sweep means, instead of buying a call, that might be like, okay, let's say something to sitting down and ordering a dinner or a menu. All right. Suppose you're sitting down and ordering dinner. You look at the menu and you say, I'd like to buy calls on the shrimp cocktail. That means, you're taking a position in the shrimp cocktail. But if you're buying sweeps, that means you want the whole freaking seafood section. Just order me the right side of the menu. So sweeps have more potency than taking calls, buying calls. Sweeps mean give me whatever you got. I don't care what it is. It's probably more long-term bullish. They mean they want it in any price. Might be some egregious behavior short term. But note, when they take sweeps, it's usually for the longer term. I'll also, again, you'll have to be in the room. I mean, most people have been in the room. If they didn't, I hope I clarified. If not, know what we mean. But sweeps means like if you're sitting down, like I do. I mean, I'm freaking 120 pounds. Sometimes I order the right side of the menu because sometimes I'm arrogant or whatever it may be. It is what it is. It's not buying the whole sector. Options have different strike prices, 50, 60, 70, for example. So buying a call would be like, I'm buying the 50. Sweeps means give me whatever I can get short term at different strike prices of the same entity. You'll get it. Play it again on the YouTube channel. Trust me. It'll make sense. If not, hang in there. It won't be long. All right, so we'll leave it there. I'm not going to be doing much this afternoon. As I said in the room, please, I'm not, yes, the VIX popped. I'm not seething in anything. You know what I mean? I'm not seething in anything. And I want to, but yet again, Fridays, and it doesn't mean it's a Friday. It could be a Monday. I don't feel it that way. But when I don't feel, when it's that way, and coach always says you could maybe lose your month lose your week on a Friday, you're probably not going to make it. That is not a cynical term. It's a statistical one. I've seen it myself. You want to try to do it, fine. Probably do it on a Tradeview demo if you want. But until then, I will post later whatever sweeps or calls or puts, whatever might be relevant. Sentiment option flow, movers. You can get them all on TradeGATEHub right here. Stocks. Let's look at top US percent gainers right here. Bunch them right here. CNSP, right on the chart. You want charts? There are these charts right there, OT. Listen, this is on a scale of 1 to, we're doing a lot of work on this because as our traffic increases, SDIG, UVIX, as our traffic increases, tell us what we could do better. That's all the bottom line. We're trying to get to a point here. Like I say, I sign off sometimes. I'll try to do better the next time. Let's not throw everything at us at once here. It's a very, very tight site. Go to Forex. Forex movers. With that being said, let's go back in the trading room. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll take all questions. I know who's on. Don't be shy. Byron, NCLH. Look at this thing. It's good until it isn't. Ugh. Now, this is a stock I'd be looking to short on a bounce. It's below the 50-day. Everything's below the 50-day and the 200-day is the holy grail. No, the dashboard will not show unusual option activity. Unusual option activity is usually something that they don't give out for free. It's like a concert ticket. It's something that doesn't happen freely. It's not a lot. The majority of smart option plays are usually high price subs. Not gonna lie. And the reason why I don't give it, I only give quality, not quantities, because I'm here to try to break that down. You know what I mean? You can follow, 9,000 equities or entities. I'm here to try to break it down. Don't worry about it. The option sweeps will come with time. Start slow. I'm giving you the top ones to do. If you want specific sites, I'll give you the sites, but they're only option sweep related. You know what I mean? And you really have to be specific. Options, from what I understand or what I know, is you sit down let's talk about the restaurant. You sit down at a table. There's a fork, a spoon, a knife, a plate, a napkin. Options are one of the utensils. It's a major one. You don't want to be eating with your hands, but yet again, you need the other ones as well. I'll get into it more. Don't jump. Don't run before you can walk. And I don't mean to I'm saying that. It's one of the things. Get more used to the process. But I'm glad you're alert to what works. Isn't half the, I don't want to say half the problem or half the good thing is being alert on what's going on. And I applaud that. No joke. All right. So just hang in there. Site, we'll leave it there. Michael Venezia, head trader. Like I said, I'll try to do it again, go through our videos throughout the week. I'll be posting afterwards. Sometimes the best trade is no trade. There's a lot to do, but I'm trying to unwind things. I did a lot yesterday. Here we go, right here. And I will leave it at this. Sold 80% of JMI cores and HIMs. That was a good trade. All right, I'll leave it there. you know what? I got the video with Lewis's clients. Leave me live it with there yet. All right, cheers. Mike V. We'll do better the next time. Have a good weekend. Have a plan. Don't let your trades turn into positions. If you do, know what you're buying.